You are welcome back to my channel, The Classic Manny. It is your boy Manny, and I am back with another video. As you can tell from the title, today's video is going to be a get ready with me / vlog. I'm going to be attending talks with Monikah Lee, and guess what? Your boy is part of the panel. This is my first ever panel appearance. I would like to thank Monikah Lee so much for giving me the opportunity. Old Manny would not believe that grown-up Manny is actually on a panel talking. I have always tried to avoid public speaking, but listen, as you grow on social media or as a personality or whatever, influencer, whatever you want to call me, it's very important that you get out of your comfort zone. How can you grow if you're not taking risks and taking opportunities? I knew Monikah Lee through her hosting the first Backchat reunion. Our first ever interaction was when she actually tweeted that she was looking for a ring light, and I just gave her a link. When she reached out to me, she was like, "Oh, do you remember me? I'm the one that asked for a ring light." And I was like, "Girl, I know you." It's not about a ring light. I knew about you before the ring light. So that's how Monikah is down to earth. Monikah is just an amazing person. So the panelists includes myself, Terry Keys, who is an artist and entrepreneur, Aloni from Simply Aloni, we all know Aloni, Brittany from Lippy Irish Girl. So that's the panelists. I'm gonna have so much fun today. I'm running out of time now. I've literally been talking, setting up the lights. Listen, get ready, and actually filming is longer. Once I get out of the shower, I use the Blue Magic Hair and Scalp Conditioner. I use it in my hair right afterwards just to activate the curls once my hair is still wet. My face, I've not creamed my face yet. I want to say that for the camera. I'm using the Palmer's Shea Moisture Vitamin E Raw Shea Balm to cream my face. I've been using this for a long time. I will cream the rest of my body part off camera. It's not the kind of show that I do on YouTube. You guys can see my skin is glowing. So yeah, I will try and take pictures today, but I'm wearing this shirt that I got from Topman about 3-4 years ago. I don't know if I've ever worn it before though. And I want to pair it with these grey chinos from ASOS. I got the trousers to match it a few days ago, and it fits perfectly. I ordered this 2 days ago, next to delivery, but I actually missed the delivery. So yeah, so this has actually got my layered necklace. What's it called? This is the reclaimed vintage inspired layered medal pendant neck chain in silver, exclusive to ASOS. Oh, boy, that was a long one. That was a long, what kind of long ass title? But yeah, so I'm just unboxing it. This t-shirt is from Selected Society. It's got Rihanna on it, or an animated picture of Rihanna from the Wild Thoughts video. We're going to Box Park Shoreditch if I've not said it already. I wanted to I will start the vlog now. Cue montage.
This is my talk show where today we'll be talking about everything to do with sex, and relationships, but more, obviously, sex. I just have to say I am so happy, like I mentioned before, to see how many people have come out this evening to come and support and join into this conversation. For those that's thinking, what is Talks with Monikah Lee? I don't know what this is about. This is my first time coming through. Well, let me just give you a small synopsis of what it's all about. So, Talks with Monikah Lee is an open style debate. I'm not sure if you all are very familiar with question time. Yeah? So it's something similar. The way the setup is very similar. So what I do, I start a conversation with my amazing panelists. They instigate a conversation, we get it rolling. But instead of you guys just chilling there and not like literally being a part of the conversation, what I want is for you lot to be involved. I don't want it to be like a little virtual settings where you be doing Twitter fingers and Instagram comments. Nuh-uh. What I want you to do is to be involved, have that energy, anything that you feel that you want to share, that knowledge, feel free to come to the stage and share it, because this is a safe space where we all have a conversation. No one will be condemned for their beliefs or their perspectives. Anyone think that they're rude enough, trust me, my name is Monikah and I'll shut it down. Because, yeah, and I see your eyes, that's me.
So some may know me as Manny on Twitter. The Classic Manny, some may know me as Emmanuel, the founder of the Creatives Con. So I do YouTube, on social media.
Say it with your chest, why are you doing social media? Say it with your chest, who are you, what do you do? No.
Okay, so the Classic Manny on YouTube and social media, and Emmanuel, the Creators Con founder. That's me.
Yeah. We want your autograph.
Alright, so I'm going to just literally fly straight into it. So, the questions that we're going to be talking about, there'll be 3 segments. So the first segment will be about monogamy, because I feel like it's very important to have conversations when it comes to monogamy, polyamorous. Don't worry, I'll be defining all of those stuff. So, but I feel like for the tip of the iceberg, I feel like a lot of conversations we don't digress in, and I feel like it's very important that we do create these conversations.
Monogamy for me is that heterosexual marriage, that sort of together forever, sort of one love. Love is only whatever that one-to-one thing is, and then everything else must be like a decoy love or something.
For me, monogamy means loyalty to one person and choosing to stay faithful romantically, sexually, and in just different ways. But I do feel like it is a bit outdated. I think if we look at, see, I'm a pop culture fanatic, so I like to use that for example. If we just look at pop culture, for example, we can see it's been something that clearly doesn't work for everyone, and there's nothing wrong with that. Not everyone was built for monogamy, and I feel like the sooner we accept it, the better we'll be as a society. I've got friends who are in open relationships, and you wouldn't, and they're in a perfect, honest, healthy, loving relationship, and I'm not saying that they jump into like orgies like all the time, but you know, they create that understanding between the two of them, and I feel like no relationship should be a blueprint for how Becky or Adam should have their relationship. We should all define out what we want from a relationship and what we want from a partner, whether it be with a woman and a woman, or a man and a man, or a man and a woman.
Well, for me, I believe monogamy...
Put it close to your yeah, I want to hear you, man.
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Good. So I would define it as the commitment to one person. For me personally, I believe in it. I would love to be, and I'm glad to have the platform here, because people have a perception of LGBTQ that they can't commit, they want to go from one person to another. I can commit to, I will commit, okay? We're committed today. Yeah, so for me, I do value that. I've not really seen a perfect example of that in my surroundings, but I would love to be in a monogamous, long-lasting relationship with one person. I'm very focused. I would love to toot my own horn here, you know? So yeah, so that's how I define it.
When it comes to like sexual intimacy with other people, I'm not really seeking to like reach a certain level. It's more about, I don't know, being close and whatever. Warm bodies are nice. But when it comes to pleasing myself, I think, you know, I can do that myself, so I don't have to solicit another person for free labor.
In your mind, satisfaction is in their satisfaction?
No, it's not.
Or is it in you? Because I want to know where the labor comes in. Because there's things that are hard work, and then there's things that are just not so hard work.
I think if you're in like a long-term relationship, maybe at the beginning it's like, you know, fireworks and whatnot. But being in a long-term relationship, you know, sometimes, you know, you're not really in the mood, but they are, and there's that pressure to, yeah, put on that performance, make sure they get to where they're supposed to be.
For those that might be thinking, like, what is polyamory? I feel it's always best to kind of bring it back and just kind of give you a definition. So the practice of engaging in multiple romantic relationships with the consent, you see, the consent and knowledge of all parties. Because some man be like, yeah, when I'm in polyamorous things, I'm on this, and the girl don't know that you're cheating. There's a difference, all right? And then when I was doing like more research, I realized that, you know what, this is not like this isn't something that is new.
I've been in a polyamorous relationship, and I've been in a monogamous relationship.
Did they know?
Yeah, they did. Oh yeah, we knew. we knew. And it's like, for me, I'm a big person on like attention, and I got attention from 2 people. I say, yeah, this one is sweet. This one is sweeter than the rest. And yeah, I've been like, well, the thing is that, so I'm a Cancerian, so I like the whole monogamy aspect. It's nice, it's sweet, it's like fairy tales, you know, the tradition, cool. But at the same time, it's like, I like the fact that if one is if one is trying to like piss me off, I can go to the next and complain and feel safe.
You sound like every other guy.
Well, at least I'm doing it openly. At least they both know what's going on. Yeah. I mean, yeah.
Were you all involved with each other?
Yeah.
Wow.
Someone asked, was you all involved with each other? Yeah?
So they can see they can see each other without you, yeah?
Yeah.
Nice.
I'm fair. Yeah, I'm fair.
That might be my boundary. My boundary will be like, I don't want you talking to Tola after 10 p.m. about her boyfriend that keeps cheating on her. We've told her to dump him. She doesn't want to listen. That's her own headache. To me, I would think that...
Quick thing, yeah. I've always wanted to know, I've always asked like my female friends about this. About, yeah, after 10, after 9. Okay, first question is, how did you pick that time? And secondly, why do people act like the man thing ain't happening at 12 p.m? Like, she could be sending him news at 1 p.m. when he's at work. So what's your reason for time, mate?
Oh. You know what? You're absolutely right.
Shame.
And for me, 10 p.m. is not...
If the fuck, the fuck.
I go to sleep around 3. So even if I'll keep it real. If you're on the phone at like 1, I won't really bug. But if it's something that's consistent, then we have an issue.
That's when it comes consistent.
That's when we have an issue, yeah.
I know you had something to say, yeah.
I'm starting to think that maybe this is where that free will point was coming from, because I'm just listening and like, I don't know. I know it's normalized the way we talk about relationships, what you can and can't do with your partners, but it's, I don't know, like policing who they can talk to, who they can help, what kind of emotional labor they can
I'm a jealous person. I'm a Leo. Listen, I'm a Leo. I'm very territorial, and that's why I said I was monogamish, because I know myself as well. And I think that's a lot of thing that sorry to interrupt you, by the way, but I think that's a lot of thing that people don't realize. They don't know themselves. They pretend they do. They want to act like the girl who isn't really jealous. It's okay to be jealous. There's nothing. There's a line that from there's jealous and then there's Joe from Netflix.
Please do say something, Manny, and then we'll carry on.
I'm gonna keep it short and sweet. I feel like when it comes to dating, relationships, love, I think the most important element is understanding the person, understanding yourself. And for me, I'm very selfless, I'm also very selfish. I'll explain. I'm selfless in the sense of I would always put a person as a priority. Sometimes for myself, it's not really healthy. I've done it in the past. Is benefited, there's been a risk, all that kind of stuff, but I feel I'm also selfish in the sense of I have had to learn to set boundaries. I think someone said it here as well about boundaries, because one thing I can't compromise is my happiness. I feel like that is something that if I was to compromise that, you can't be going. I shouldn't be going, because I feel like there's, okay, not to be shady, because there's so many people out there that can give you what you're looking for, and if they're not giving you that, there's no point beating a dead horse or just extending something that has really died out, you know what I'm saying? So for me, understanding is very important. I will always make it clear, like it's either you, I'll give options, I'm not going to force you. It's either it's me or them heifers. You can pick one, and whichever one, I'm good. But one thing I can't do is compromise that happiness, and if they can't understand that, there's nothing I can do about it. So.
And that's what I love about every single one of you guys. I can see that you all believe in self-love and you believe in what you believe in. I can see the passion, and regardless if it's something that we agree with or that we don't agree with, the fact that it makes you happy and you can live that life and you love that life, then that's the main thing.
Parents talk openly with their kids about sex ed stuff at home, because I really think it helps improve kids, improve safeguarding for kids, you know, becoming resilient against all the pressures they're under with the media, social media, porn. It helps with mental health. It helps with strengthening the parent-child connection. And yeah, I just think that it's, if you start when they're sort of early as early as you can, and little and often, and you're comfortable with it, they're going to become comfortable with it. And we're living in such a hyper-sexualized culture that we really have to be open and face these things, and it really should start at home with your parents. And actually statistics show that parents want to talk openly with their kids, and kids want to speak openly with their parents. The parents don't know how, because they themselves weren't raised by parents who were open with them. So that would be the best thing.
Go on, Leo.
Thank you. I'm hoping this conversation will allow you to feel more free mind to be able to speak to your children or future parents. Alright, please feel free to come through. Yes, you got about 3 more people, and then we will have to wrap it up to the next topic.
Basically, so obviously, probably like me, you've probably grown up in a predominantly religious background, and so what it's meant is that more time we've probably received quite a lot of, to be honest, homophobic traits. Let's just be honest, let's just throw it out there. Most of us have. And it's not that's how it's been, it's just unfortunately we've been taught a different way. This is the thing about sex education. People are going to grow up, and unfortunately when they don't have the knowledge, they're going to suffer in 2 different ways. They're going to suffer from bullying, and they're going to suffer from mental health. The reason why education is very important is not just about biology, science, and what we believe from what we've been taught from generations before. It's about equipping children with the knowledge so that they have an understanding of what they're going through, but it's also about equipping them with the knowledge so that when they are going through these things are normal. Unfortunately, what's happening in our society today is that because of how we've grown up, religious background, so on and so forth, we're afraid that if the education is there, all of a sudden our children are going to become so on and so forth. The reality of it is they're going to do that without you. They're going to do that without the education. They're going to do that without the knowledge. The knowledge is there so that we avoid them falling into caves. We avoid them falling into thoughts of suicide, into mental health struggles. And on top of that, it allows the fact that, look, the reality of it is that these things are a part of society. Regardless of what your religious background is, they are still a part of society. And it needs to be taught in a sense because if you don't, your children are going to learn the wrong way. And unfortunately, that's what's going to happen. You're going to have teachers have gay slurs. You're going to have people being bullied for things that they don't understand, they don't have the knowledge. So what it's about really isn't really about your preference or what you've been taught religiously. It's actually about saving these kids. And it's actually about saving these kids for the future, because we don't want people to grow up not just with a lack of knowledge, but also with a lack of understanding. And the reason why I really agree with, because let me be honest with you, I grew up in a church background. I was all for, no, don't teach it. And then I realized, hold on a minute. As much as I can tell my child about, you know, you don't say this and you don't say that, why not do it in a place where they spend 5 days a week? Why not do it in a place where they spend majority of their time? Because the reality of it is, as parents, yes, we do need to do that. You know, I've got 2 kids. I don't want my kids to grow up and not have the knowledge that you can't say certain things. And the best place for them to get that is not just at home with me, but in school. And it's better to do that before they get to college and slurs now become normal, or they get to university and things aren't being spoken about. So what I'm really saying is, it's about the total picture. Education creates a better society, and that's the reason why it needs to be in schools and why it needs to be talked about.